everyone, welcome to my All Soaps Update channel. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Before we begin, kindly press the subscribe button and give this video a positive rating. Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge and Taylor Red lead the riot act, Finn confronts Bill, and Deke exploits a situation. All of the products and services that are highlighted were chosen by editors themselves. Soaps.com may receive a commission for orders placed through its retail relationships, and the retailer may receive auditable data for their records. When Luna asks Finn if he knows of a respectable OB/GYN at his clinic, Finn can't help but scowl. Finn knows one in prison. How come you're not in jail right now? Bill Spencer. Luna grinned. I am back at the Spencer estate. Preview of Bold and Beautiful. Luna's dirty activities rekindle a dangerous rivalry. All of this seems unbelievable to Finn. Luna is forced to admit that Will wasn't thrilled about it. But it's all okay because she's carrying the Spencer air. Finn gawps as she grins maniacally and strokes her belly. At home, Bill is shouting on the phone to obtain a paternity test that Luna is unable to stop. Katie proposes that Bridget give it to him when he disconnects. The reason for their cries and moans is that Will has a child with a psychopath. Katie is upset that Lee is the only one at fault, but Bill takes responsibility. Bill argues that he should be held accountable, not Lee. Katie admits that there is some justification for it. Seeing an opportunity, Bill tells her that he gets lost without her. I truly need you. Katie tells him that they should focus on other things, and then goes upstairs to check on Luna. Following their break-in at Lee's workplace, Taylor and Ridge ask her what she might be thinking. Lee sighs. Her goal was to preserve her grandchild's life. In the proper direction, she reasoned. Ridge breaks in to shout that Luna should be punished and sent in jail. She's made a serious mistake. Lee tells Ridge that he's right. That girl is insane. Now she's claiming to be expecting a Spencer child. The physician goes on to explain how Luna stabbed her in the back. Ridge shouts that it would be awful to let her go again. Lee stutters while Ridge boasts about Lee's poor judgment. Instead of being imprisoned, Luna is flourishing at Bill's house. Lee keeps criticizing herself and making excuses until Ridge says Luna will go back to jail regardless of her pregnancy. At Forrester, Hope makes fun of Deke for secretly relocating to Los Angeles. Deke checks his phone after Remy texted him to remind him not to reveal his identity at Forrester. Just in time, Hope fishes will discover more about the enigmatic man in his life. Hope is raving about his moving in with someone when Deke switches the topic back to her line. She admits that finding a new designer will be necessary. She doesn't know if she and Thomas can work together. From Paris, it would be logistically difficult for him to travel back and forth. They have a lot of history, too. Deke gives his sister some comments on the sketches on the table and admits that he is passionate about fashion design. He soon gets to the point by requesting a position in the family business. Katie sounds the alarm that Luna had left just as the young woman walks into Bill's house. Where the hell have you been? Katie says, scolding her like a naughty teenager. Finn yells, I can't believe you, at Dollar when he arrives. Is Luna back in your house now? After all of her actions? What are you contemplating? Luna tries to downplay Finn's anger as Katie and Bill let him know that Luna will be having a paternity test. Not being able to read the crowd at all, Luna says, Isn't this amazing? Now ought to be a happy time. Finn assures her that his only concern is his commitment to his wife and kids and keeping them safe from her. At Forrester, Hope tells her brother that she will definitely help him. He says he wants to advance and doesn't want any special treatment. She doesn't mention it yet, so even though we all know that he will eventually make Hope's collection, it is clear that this will take some time. Deke sees an opportunity as she runs away and seizes it, beginning to photograph her current designs. At Bill's residence, Finn tells Luna that she has to be put in jail. Bill reminds him that Luna is carrying his granddaughter. They would value his discretion until they devise a plan. Then, for the second time that day, Ridge and Taylor appeared out of nowhere. After they scream and get angry at Luna's presence, Ridge declares that this madness ends today. Luna's smugness deserts her when he says the line that many bold and beautiful watchers have been longing to hear. Pregnant or not, you're going back to prison. The early morning light filters through the partially veiled window of Dr. John Finnegan's hospital office, bringing out the tension lines on his face. The normally composed surgeon sits stiffly at his desk, reviewing charts that he can't focus on. Every muscle in his jaw tenses at the knock. He calls out without looking, "Come in." When Luna Nozawa walks in, the temperature seems to drop by 10 degrees. She no longer has the timid young woman who used to work in the lab with her mother. Now, she exudes an almost electric aura. Finn's near-maniacal confidence makes her heart race for all the wrong reasons. She smiles briefly at him. "I want to know if you could suggest a good OB-GYN." Finn stops moving. The words hang in the air like a curse. "You're expecting a child?" Luna lets out a small giggle that is both brittle and strangely triumphant. She strokes her belly with almost ceremonial pride and says, "Bill Spencer's baby." Or, perhaps more accurately, the Spencer heir to come. Finn jumps to his feet, his eyes full of disbelief. "Why aren't you in jail at the moment, Luna? You should be locked up." Her smile widens. "Bill pulled a few of times. I'm back on the Spencer property." Finn's breathing is difficult. Every instinct as a doctor, spouse, and father warns you that something is extremely wrong. He leans forward and speaks in a low, threatening voice. "You think that living in that house gives you protection? What keeps you sane? Every relationship you've ever had has been ruined by you." But Luna just cocks her head, her eyes glimmering. "I'm now family, Finn. You'll see." He watches her leave, her scent clinging to him like smoke. He knows that this is not the conclusion, but only the beginning. Scene 2. Bill's mansion's foundation cracks. Bill Spencer paces his office across town like a caged panther, his phone clenched in his fingers. His normally smooth voice becomes gruff as he shouts into the receiver. "I want a paternity test that Luna can't tamper with, regardless of the type of lab you have to use." He slams the phone down as Katie Logan enters the doorway, her arms folded and her face displaying distress. "Perhaps Bridget should take the test," she murmurs. Bill nods, letting out a harsh breath. "She is someone I can trust, at least." Katie advances a step. "Will is afraid, Bill. She is a dangerous girl." Bill's eyes briefly close. "Do you not believe I am aware of that? However, Katie, this is my fault. I ought to have anticipated it." Katie gives a headshake. "No. Lee is to blame. It was she that unlocked that door once more." Defensive, Bill straightens. "Lee believed she was rescuing her grandchild." "Preserving her?" exclaims Katie. "She let her loose." Lee. Ridge lets out a howl. "What in